Stacksync powers real-time and bidirectional sync between CRMs and databases. It allows you to read and write data from both your database or CRM, and the other app will update instantly. For HubSpot, the synchronization speed can reach up to 60,000 records per minute. Stacksync supports all standard and custom objects, custom fields, and even object associations. As your data flows in real time, you can use advanced triggers and data transformations to power your event-driven architecture or custom workflows with no coding required. Stacksync manages all your authentication and API rate limits, so you won't have to worry about it again. Let's see how to set it up. First, go to Stacksync.com. Click Create a new base, then click HubSpot and select the HubSpot instance you want to synchronize. Next, we'll connect our Postgres database, which uses already pre-configured credentials. Stacksync can connect your HubSpot to Postgres, Snowflake, BigQuery, Supabase, MongoDB, and many more. Once our apps are connected, we can choose the tables to be synchronized. Stacksync supports all standard and custom objects. Stacksync can either create a new table for us with the perfect data types and schema, or we can also sync the HubSpot object with existing table on the database side. Here, we'll create a new table. We choose to sync our contacts, companies, and the associations between the contacts and the companies. Let's proceed to the last step, mapping fields. Here, we have the option to rename the tables that will be created in the database and review all the synced fields. We can see all the fields present in our HubSpot tables, included custom fields. We have the choice to sync or not to sync a field. We'll choose not to sync one of the fields. Once field mapping is done, we simply click Create Base. That's all there is to it. We then activate our sync, and the data should now start flowing. At this point, the new table should be created in our database, enabling us to see the contacts, companies, and associations between contacts and companies. When we open our contacts table, we'll see all our data. For example, we have a HubSpot instance with 27 contacts. If we check our Postgres database, we'll also find these 27 contacts in our contacts table. Now, let's create a new contact in HubSpot. We're creating a new contact named Alexis at Stacksync.com. After creating the record, if we return to our Postgres database, we should see the contact has been synced. Here we have a new contact with email Alexis at Stacksync.com. Now let's update the contact to Alexis Fave. Once the update is complete, we can go to our HubSpot instance and refresh. We should now see Alexis Favre. This feature is incredibly useful as it allows us to update data on any app, and the changes will be reflected everywhere instantly. For instance, if we go and set the company's size to 20 and save the changes, these updates will also be reflected in Postgres. Upon refreshing, we can see that the company size is now 20. If we want to update this on a larger scale, we can easily do so. For example, let's set the company size to 100 for everyone and commit the changes. These updates should also be reflected in HubSpot. Upon refreshing, we can see that the company size is now 100 for everyone. Stacksync allows you to update any data at any scale, whether it be from your HubSpot or your database. With real-time and bidirectional sync, you can now bypass the complexity of the HubSpot API and start building from a familiar database interface. Get started today at Stacksync.com.